In this next video, we'll be going over how to import and export data to a new project or an existing project in FieldLink. So I'm at this initial screen where I'm going to create this new project. I've got my example name there, the description. If we wanted a little bit more data other than maybe where we're going to hit that character limit up here, this helmet icon gives us the ability to search through our local files if we wanted to add a photo to the kind of thumbnail image that'll come with the project, and then a coordinate system. If we had a specific state plane, that we wanted to work in or align our data to, we can click through those there. But in this video, we're just going to power through getting to the actual import and export steps. So I'll create this project, and now I have a live project with my layout job 1, scan job 1, if we have the scan module, and a blank models field. So my layout job 1, jumping right to that, maybe I'll, for each layout job, these could be separate tasks or however you'd like to keep yourself organized or minimizing button clicks. You can leave things as layout job 1. In this example, I might just put my control points kind of on their own layout job. So I've just simply changed that name to control. And if I have a data to import, I can do that from here, or I can do that in my project screen. In this example, I'm going to do this from the project management screen, so it jumps me right to my FieldLink folder. But note, I do have 3 options here on the left-hand side. The tablet icon is working locally, so things I might have saved anywhere on the device. So as I use the arrow to go up here, I see kind of the route path changing. So I've got some files on my desktop in this example, so I'm going to go up one level further to my desktop, look for that folder and where I might be here. So while I'm looking for, on the layout job, it was just looking for supported point file example type. So I can import those, and I can have FieldLink actually set those as control if I need to. I'll select that option here. So now I've got 10 points that live on this control layout job. If we had scan data to work with, we could do a similar workflow there where we're able to actually, name the scan job for the task at hand. And we can also import TZFs through a later step in FieldLink. But we'll focus on just primarily our layout workflows here. So we've got a control points file. I've got that scan job left as is. And I've also got a models field that's blank right now. So if I want to look to import data, it'll start me again at that FieldLink route path folder, but I can kind of look around here of where I'd like to go. I'm remaining local on my device. And then I've got these example, files here. I could instead look at a flash drive. I can also use the Trimble Connect icon anytime I'm online. I'll have access to my full library of Trimble Connect projects. So I'll toggle over there just to show how that workflow is going to look a little bit different. In that there's a bit of a wait here as it's looking for all of this different projects that I've been added to or projects that belong to me. We'll go back to my local example desktop folder once more. And I'll bring in that import drawing. So then I will open the project and I should see my points file and my layout data. I'll just usually zoom in for a quick confirmation that my points are in fact, overlaying the item that, I thought they would be. Now, so that was the import. If we've added new points in FieldLink or we've, staked any layout, or we've kind of completed our work for the day, we can also export. So at any time under More and Projects, we have the Export field where I can choose with this point data, what I'm needing to export. So I can choose my file type. The TFLX is great as we're able to visualize those on Trimble Connect. So if I wanted the TFLX file, I would choose that from the list. If I needed to go to another format, we choose that accordingly. And I can choose design. So, kind of the points on their set coordinates as is. I can choose staked only. And then we can also take kind of that both where you're getting the staked and the design. The next step to export is we'll just need to tell the kind of field link what it is we're exporting. So if I were to click export as is right now, we're going to be kind of notified that we don't have any points selected. So we'll need to select points to export. This can be done by just simply clicking around as many as we'd like. The process is a little tedious, so maybe we'll instead kind of draw a area selection. Or if we know it's all the data we can see visible in our screen, we always have the option to kind of click that eye icon, and we're wanting to actually, export everything. So if I export this as is, or I can actually look at kind of the route path here through the input and edit button and choose where this data is going to save. So its default export name is going to be the name of our FieldLink project. If that's not, what we actually would like that to be, we could go, something more like this. And again, it's also going to live locally in that FieldLink folder. If it instead needed to go to a different location, whether it was to a flash drive, remaining local, but changing where exactly on the device or on the tablet or PC it was going to save, I'm just changing those by using the arrow here and watching my route path update. Or I could save directly back to Trimble Connect. After selecting the cloud icon, I'll wait for my projects to load once more, and I can choose exactly, which project I want this to, go and live inside. So that was import and export through Trimble FieldLink and our pre-primary data sources to pull in and out of local, Trimble Connect, and a flash drive.